Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at yet another wonderful mod, this time in the form of TES-51 Power Armor, which is being made by user Edible Grenade 12, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a new suit of Skyrim-inspired power armor, as well as a couple of Skyrim weapons to use with it, and I love this mod. In fact, I'm pretty confident in saying this is my new favorite suit of power armor, as I mean, come on, let's zoom out and take a look at this gorgeous piece of work. I love every bit of it. It very much looks like something that could have come out of the Elder Scrolls franchise, but still feels very much at home here in the Fallout franchise, and that accounts for every part. We have that iconic Skyrim looking helmet on top with the horns, the very iconic triangular eye slits there, but still it has a gas mask attachment and the headlight up top, making it very much a technological piece rather than an armor/magical thing, and it's the same for every bit of it. We have beautifully engraved armor, but with, of course, a fusion core port in the back. It's all rusted as it should be in this horrible wasteland, but it still has that elegance that you would expect from a well-crafted piece of Skyrim armor, and it is magnificent, especially with the wide assortment of modifications that you can add to it, that still, again, every modification makes it feel more at home in either of those universes, and I love that. Now, how do you get your hands on this beautiful piece of power armor? Well, it's pretty simple, as what you need to do, if we zoom out and head towards Boston proper, you need to go down here, south of the combat zone, to a new little location, Bethesda Comics. Once inside, you're gonna have to deal with a large pack of rad roaches, but make your way through them and into the elevator, where you will travel downstairs into the basement, and that is where you will find it, our glorious new power armor, as well as a steel warhammer and a steel sword from the Skyrim game. And also, you know, some lovely dragon riding on the wall. All good. Now, I'm not going to show off everything in the comic book shop there, because there are some other items in there that I'd like you guys to not be spoiled on, so go check out the place, explore it thoroughly, find everything inside, and have fun with all your new toys. Now, as for the weapons, if we head over to our inventory tab, we have, as I said, a new steel sword, which, look at this beautiful thing. Very much looks, well, actually, it is the steel sword from Skyrim. There's no two ways about it. It's pretty much a carbon copy, and does a decent amount of damage at 50, medium speed, weight of 5, a value of 50. And of course, we also have the steel warhammer, does quite a bit more damage at 104, but is slow, weighs 12, and value of 250. Now, both of these do have weapon modifications that you can attach to them to make them better. Not a whole lot of modifications, but I believe more will be coming in the future, and I also think that, hold on, let me actually look at my other monitor here real quick. I do believe there is plans to bring in other potential weapons in the future. I can't find it on the mod page at the moment. I'll have to come back to that perhaps. But yes, let's actually get the weapons out of the way first, since they're the quickest and easiest thing. And we'll just take a look at this lovely steel sword. Feels very much at home in our power armor hands, and of course is a simple swing. Now if we go to the steel warhammer, it's big, it's beautiful, and it will crush your enemy's skulls in, and what more could you ask for? So if we do go over to the weapon workbench, which I always forget I can't use in power armor, so let's get out of this thing, move a little bit more forward, to the side. There we go. Oh boy, I always get too close to this. But yes, let's go back to the weapon workbench and take a look at these two. The steel sword, a simple upgrades of either a sharpened blade, a shock enhancement to give you a little bit more electricity damage, or of course a no upgrade, which confuses me because there's a no upgrade here which costs you 2 steel to make, or a no upgrade here that's free, but requires level 2 of blacksmithing? I think that may be a glitch for now and not meant to be there, but oh well. Now if we go to the Steel Warhammer, its standard modifications are Reforged, which will add more armor-piercing damage and just more damage overall. Weighted, which will give you a chance to cripple and extra limb damage. And then again, we have this weird standard bit where you either spend resources to have no mod, or use no resources but require blacksmithing. I don't get it, but again, I think that's just a temporary malfunction in the system. So let us actually go and look at our glorious power armor and all of its modifications. And once again, let's actually just take a quick look at the outside. I have to say, I think my favorite part about this is the detailing of the engraving on all the bits and bobs. Plus, you do have the bit of fur coming off the pauldrons there. You got the, like, what looks like rope hanging everything together for the torso. It's quite cool. I love it. So let's go to the crafting station and take a look at what all we do have here. Now for the helmet, we have a multitude of different linings, which are the same deal as any other power armor suits. You'll have different linings for different resistances and different amounts of said resistance, so pretty typical for all the armor parts, so we really won't go through those again. In the material mods, we have some of the standard ones like Hot Rod and Military, but we also have a Brotherhood of Steel version of the TES-51, so you do get the faction bits, but we also have Skyforged Steel and Winter Camouflage. Now the Skyforged Steel just makes you increased health, and the Winter Camouflage, well, it increases your energy resistance, and that's pretty cool. Now, I've already gone and made these Skyforged Steel ones, so let's attach that mod, because, well, who doesn't want Skyforged? It's awesome. And then in the miscellaneous mods, we have things like Radiation Cleanser, Sensor Array, your typical stuff, but what's best, frankly? Oh, I do like that some of them have interesting new names, so like the visor showing the living targets, we have a similar thing normally in the power armor, but now it's just called Detect Life like it would be in Skyrim. But my favorite bit is the trophies. Now at the moment, there are limited numbers of trophies, but as you can see here, if we attach this, it's a Yogwai head on top of our helmet to make us look awesome because we killed a freaking Yogwai. And that is great. And that's one thing the mod maker is wanting to add more of in the future, to have more different hunters trophies to show off your skill as a hunter in the wasteland. I love it. And then finally, headlamps, again, similar to any other power armor you might have, so nothing new there. And oh boy, it's getting foggy outside. Of course it is, of course it is. Now in the arms, again, same deal with the lining, or lining rather, so we won't go into that. In material mods, again, the same sort of deal with the different normal bits here. We'll select Skyforge that I already made earlier. And in the miscellaneous, we do have a Hunter's Trophy here, which adds a Brahmin skin to your shoulder. I've gone ahead and made one of those because it requires a Brahmin skull, and unfortunately I don't have a second one. And well, that's the arm. Now for the legs, same deal with all the stuff here. I'll attach the Skyforged Steel so we can see that. And in the miscellaneous mods, we have, again, interesting modifications that are already in the game, but just given more Skyrim names, like Dragonfire Impact to increase the damage radius of your impact landings. Cool stuff like that I do enjoy. And then on to the right arm, same deal as the left arm. I'm just going to go ahead and attach our Skyforged Steel. And unfortunately, I didn't have another Brahmin skull to make another Brahmin trophy there. Right leg, same deal, Skyforged Steel as with the others. And then finally, the torso, where we get to more cool, fun things. Linings, all the same. Material mods, again, still the same as before, but where it shines is the miscellaneous mods, where we have, again, pretty standard things like increased action points, just given the Skyrim treatment for the names. But what I love is a backpack. Oh my god, yes! You can add a backpack onto your Skyrim power armor. I prefer the large one, which gives you 120 extra points of carry capacity. And, well, it looks like an adventurer's backpack on the back of your power armor, and that is just wonderful. We also have things like fun stuff like Nocturnal's Embrace, which is just hilarious. It grants you invisibility when sneaking, and just all sorts of other ones. Kinera's Blessing. I love that they've taken some of the standard attachments and modifications for power armor and given them the Skyrim treatment. It is very cool. I love it. So let's actually duck out of here and actually get back in the power armor and see our beautiful new Sky Steel plating, which as you can see is much cleaner, smoother than the just general steel, but we still have cool engraving like on the arms there, and of course we've got that symbol on the front. And yeah, just overall gives it a much more interesting look. And of course, our beautiful Yogwai skull on our head now, which is terrifying, but I love it. And I especially love that the torch, or headlamp, whatever you want to call it, comes out of the freaking eye of the Yogwai. That is awesome. So when you have the light on, it looks like the eyes lit up, and that's just cool. And of course, the Brahmin skull there on the arm. Wonderful. And our beautiful backpack on the back with a bedroll and everything. It's great. So let's jump right on in. And honestly, I was kind of tempted to reset the weather, but the fog feels right since this is a Skyrim-inspired power armor. All right, let's go back out and take a bit more of a look at it. Oh, I love it. There we go. There is the eye being lit up on the Yogwai helmet. We have still the iconic sort of Skyrim helmet. We even do have the horns popping through the Yogwai there, but it's all much more smooth, but still with the cool engravings on it now that we are Skyforged steel, and that is awesome. I love the addition of the Brahmin skull there on the shoulder, and of course, all of our lovely backpack bits. And I do love, is that supposed to be some sort of computer bits on the side pouch? I hadn't noticed that before. Again, I think that's my favorite thing about this mod and why I love it so much. It very much feels at home in either the Elder Scrolls or Fallout. And that just makes me happy about this mod. And yeah, if you would like to get your hands on it yourself, which I definitely would suggest that you go and do, you can take a look at the link in the description. The only other thing I do have to actually tell you guys about it is, well, of course, future plans I probably should mention. The mod maker is wanting to add in more paint schemes and armor sort of texture templates in the future, so that will get better and increase, and I cannot wait to see what all we get from that. Also, they plan on adding in more trophies, as I did mention, so you could have more different skulls to put on your head and shoulders, etc. And also, I believe, more weapons and the potential that perhaps maybe shouts might be added in. You could be the Dragonborn in here, which personally I could do without the shouts. I like that the stuff feels like it lives here in Fallout, and the shouts I think would be a bit too much for me. And I think the final point to mention for all of you before we leave for the day is, if you are a console gamer, you do have this available on the Xbox One, and that should make all of you happy. So this is on both PC and Xbox One, and that is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So you can't find it on either the Nexus or Bethesda.net, and be good to go. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. It is a wonderful suit of power armor. Definitely go check it out. Links again in the description. And of course, I do hope that you have enjoyed this episode today, and that you do come back for the next, when we will be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.